Hello, hello, welcome back to another video, and if you're new, welcome. So today I want to play with Polygel, and I want to do kind of a wintry set with what they call cracked ice. It's kind of, it's a neat concept. I've done it before with just a top coat or a thicker gel polish, like base coat or builder gel. But I want to use Polygel today. I want to see how that works. And I just thought this might be kind of fun, kind of a purple set with cracked ice, maybe some snowflakes. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Wish me luck. All right, so I have some of the products that I'm going to use already set out. I'm going to be using my practice hand today. I'm only going to do the 4 fingers because the thumb is always just a pain in the butt for me. So I've gone ahead and she's got what would be considered like nails on. And I'm not going to dehydrate them and prime them and all that. If they were actually on somebody, you would want to go through those steps to make sure that you have proper adhesion. But these aren't going anywhere. They're just going on her. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some of these tips. And we're going to size her nails. Don't mind that. That's a burn mark. Anyways, let's see here. These tips, if I remember right, these are from Temu. And normally I have sizes, I have a little chart that has her sizes on it, but I haven't used these on her before, so here we go. So anyways, when you're sizing your tips, you want to make sure that they go sidewall to sidewall. And if you think they're a little small, then just go a size up. And you can usually file those to the perfect size if need be. And with Polygel, you're putting, I'm gonna need a bigger one. You're putting on the Polygel, and it takes a little space up on the tip, so sometimes a little bit more space, a little larger tip is not a bad idea. Okay. And then okay, and as you can see, these are already etched, but I'm going to go ahead and I was going to etch them out some more. Okay. And then I've got a stand that I'm going to use because what I want to do is I'm doing the lazy girl method. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything on the underside of this tip, and then we're just going to apply it to the nail when we're ready. And it's super simple. It is just, I think it's the best idea ever. I know some people think they won't do it that way. It's too lazy, and that's fine. But I am just basically starting out. With Polygel, I always do acrylic. But this Polygel, it intrigues me, and I really want to get to a point where I can add it to my services. Okay. That's the pointer finger. So I'm just kind of scuffing them up a little bit because you just want you want it to adhere better than it would if it wasn't scuffed up. Now I've seen people do these with, as far as getting the underneath ready, they've used their primer to sketch it, or etch it out, I should say, not sketch it, but etch. I call it scuffing. And then the little nubby bits on the very tip of these will be filed off when we go through and buff them before we put the top coat on. Okay. All right, so let's get these in order. Okay, I'm going to brush the dust off of them. So my thought is to have 2 solid colors, and then I wanted to do the cracked ice on the other 2 with the same colors that we did solids with. Or I should say a full tip with 1 color. You know what I mean. Okay. Well, most of you do. I know someone's going to say I don't. Not trying to be mean. Some of the comments, oh my goodness. Okay, so she's gone ahead and, like I said, we're saying her nails are prepped, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put her base coat on. I don't know if I would do this on a client just because it's going to be a few minutes, and they tend to be on their phone or moving their hands around, and sometimes you can get lint and fuzzies on your nails when you're waiting to have them done. But she's not going anywhere. She's not moving her hand, and if she does, that video's over. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cure these for 30 seconds. Okay, and then she'll just be ready when these are. Now this is a Born Pretty 8-in-1. It's like a builder gel, but it's like a base coat and a nail glue. It's got a little, it can be a number of things. So I'm gonna use it for my base coat today. And that one's not gonna have, okay, that one's not gonna have snowflakes. I'm talking to myself. I have a plan. Whether or not I can execute it, we'll find out. Okay. Okay. So when I'm doing this kind of thing, I like to use what I have. It's like a gooseneck. It's a little light. It's an LED light. And it works perfect. It just for like a flash cure. When I put those snowflakes on the base coat, I want everything, I want it to just set perfect. And this little light helps when I need to get into a light real quick. So let's see here. We're just going to put a thin coat on. This is going to be one that has the cracked ice. So I'm not going to take the snowflakes all the way down. Okay. I love it. It just sets it in place. Okay, we'll take her out. I'm going to cure that for 30. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. trying to keep these in order so when I go to put them back on her, they will fit in the right spot. Okay. I'm going to cure those for 30 seconds. And then this one, I think what we'll do is we'll just put them all the way down from the cuticle to the tip. I have an idea with this tip. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. With the cracked ice, hold on here. Nope. Okay. I don't know if the cracked ice will show on that. Maybe I'll skip it. I'm going to put this in the lamp now for 30 seconds. Okay. So this one, what I was thinking is just a solid color. I'm not going to do any snowflakes like those. I'm going to paint snowflakes on, I think. So anyways, this is just isopropyl alcohol. This is 91%. And this is a new brush. Let's see here. This is a new brush. I just purchased this from Amazon. Bunny. There's numbers that come after that, and I apologize. Anyways, I was looking for a brush for gel, and Bunny had said that people use acrylic brushes, and I want to do that, but I went ahead and I ordered this because another viewer had mentioned this brush. It was on Amazon, and she said it works really, really good for gels. So we're going to give it a shot and hope that it does. I'm sure it does. I mean, people don't just, I wouldn't think just tell you to get something, but maybe they do. Anyways, I trusted her, and we're going to use this. So I'm going to go ahead. The polygels that I'm using today are by McCart, and I'm using their clear one. This one is Narita. I'm not saying that right. And this one is Morpho. These are kind of a purplish, bluish hue to them. They're so pretty. And I thought they would make a really good winter set. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just a solid of this one on. And then I think what we'll do is paint a couple snowflakes on top when we're finished. It's the plan anyways. Okay. These stands drive me nuts. I can never get things to stay put with polygel anyways. I always use so much pressure, I guess, to push and pull. Knock it right off the stand. So up by the cuticle, I'm trying to get it as thin as possible. And these aren't pop-off tips or whatever they're called. I don't use those kind of tips. Specific tips. This isn't coming out right. Like I said, this is the lazy girl method. And I love it. So I believe it was Femi Beauty that came up with it. And I want to thank her because it's a huge help. Okay. So the pinky, like I said, we're not putting anything on this until after it is buffed and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the pinky one on. And then we're just going to do a flash cure. Okay, look at that color. So I've got the base coat on. And I'm just going to gently push that down. And if you get any like spillage, if it comes out on top, I have it a little bit down here where my finger caught it. You're just going to wipe that off. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this. Just a quick cure or a flash cure. Okay. And then they're all going to get cured for 60 seconds all at once. Okay. Now this one, let's see here. This is going to have the plastic wrap that we're going to use to give it that cracked ice. And I just want the cracked ice up at the tip. Okay. Let me get this cut really quick. I just use a little container for my plastic wrap. It keeps it in place and like I know where it's at. Keeps it clean. We're going to do a couple. Crinkle it all up. Okay. So my hope is to do like an ombre with this. I want to do the crackle down towards the tip, and then I'll do the color up towards the cuticle. So the little nubbies that you see right there, those will get filed off when we buff them, because we'll have to do that before we put the top coat on. Okay, I'm going to call that good. And then we're going to take the saran wrap. And we're just going to place that in there and push it around. I haven't done this with Polygel, so I'm hoping I can get this to turn out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in the lamp for 30 seconds. I'm going to cut that off. That's driving me nuts. Okay. All right, so that cured. I'm going to take that off. Okay. And you can see, kind of, there's a little bit of a cracked ice effect. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. Now with this one, we're going to do the same thing. And let's see here. Again, I'm just going to do it towards the tip. All right. Does not have to be perfect because you're putting that plastic wrap in there. And it's going to give you that cracked ice effect, and you're not even going to see the little smudge right there. Okay, this is... Okay. The first one turned out. I'm hoping this one will as well. And then I'm going to cure that one for 30 seconds. All right, so that one's done curing, and we have that cracked ice effect. I love that. All right, so on these two, I'm going to go ahead and one of them is going to have the Morpho color. Let's see here. Going to be this one because I want to do every other. Okay, so we're going to put this in just a smidge, not a ton of it, because you don't want a ton up at the cuticle area anyways. And I don't want to lose that cracked ice effect. Trying to get up on the sides too, because I know if I don't do that, it shows through. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and see if we can get it off there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the tip. Wait, which one was it? Oh, wait, am I losing it? Yeah. I messed up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just flash cure that really quick. Okay. I had a plan and now we're just kind of gonna, you know, drift away from it, I guess. This one, okay, that's on there pretty good. We're gonna use the Narita. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing, just a little bit up towards the cuticle area. Okay. Okay. I want to say that looks fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach this one as well. And again, I'm just going to put it on there, lightly push down. Okay. And if you see anything coming out of the sides, you just want to wipe it with your alcohol. Okay. And then we're just going to flash cure that for 10 seconds. Because like I said, these are all going to go in the lamp for 60 when they're all on. Okay. Now this one, I'm going to see if we can just do the cracked ice effect. So I'm going to put just a complete thing of, just a strip of the clear right down the center of it. Just like such. Okay. And I'm hoping that with the cracked ice, the snowflakes will still, you can still see them. I'm hoping. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to keep that cuticle area somewhat really, really thin, because I have to put more in there in order to get it to adhere to the practice hand. see. Oh my gosh, fuzzies everywhere. Okay. I'm trying to, I emphasize trying. When I push this in, I'm trying to keep it from coming up the sides, because then that's just going to make more filing for you. Which isn't that big of a deal, but I mean, if you can eliminate a couple of things, that would be great, right? Not add to it. Okay, so I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. All right, so this one is finished curing. Okay, we're going to take that off. Okay. And I clearly did not succeed with that, pushing it out. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna fill up that cuticle area. Whoops, no I'm not. It oozed out everywhere. So I'm gonna file this off real quick. Okay, I was planning on buffing. We'll just use a file, hold on here. All right. Gonna need something a little bit more grittier. Okay, and then these edges, oh my gosh. So I'm really hoping that those snowflakes will shine through when we put the top coat on. Or show through, I don't, shine, show. Whatever. Goodness sakes, okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna wipe this whole thing off. Dust drives me nuts. Okay. Now up at the cuticle, we went really, really thin, remember? So we're gonna go ahead and put just a smidge of this on. Hopefully that is enough. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere it. I shouldn't have put that light away so quick. So I'm going to get that down on the nail. I'm going to put that in the lamp, and we're going to cure the whole hand for 60 seconds. And then we're going to come back and we're going to just do a light buff on it before we put a top coat. And like I said, the other nail that doesn't have any snowflakes, I think I will paint just a couple of snowflakes for fun. Is it on there? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. All right, so these are done curing, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna wipe them off on the top as well as the bottom. In fact, okay, I told you I was new to this. So with these being done on top, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in the lamp. You need to cure underneath just to make sure everything is completely solid. So I'm gonna put these in again, upside down for 60 seconds in the lamp. And I'll clean up my mess. Okay. So these are done curing, and I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, I was gonna file these. So I'm gonna wipe underneath them. You just wanna get rid of that tacky feeling. Okay. All right. So I just want to get rid of those little nubby bits. And as far as shaping and everything, you're pretty much already there. And that was the other good thing about the lazy girl method. You're just filling in the bottom of the tip underneath. And your shape is still there. So I'm just going to file a little bit. Of this off. So yeah, when you're doing that cracked ice effect, sometimes stuff will seep out the sides. Okay. I always find it so difficult to just do the practice hand is so hard for me to do the filing. I don't know why. Okay. Alrighty. So I think what we're gonna do now is we'll put a top coat on, and I'm hoping, or no, I didn't buff them, did I? I'm hoping that that's gonna just really zhuzh them up. Okay. So this is just, I'm just scuffing them up so that there's a surface. Okay, this is ridiculous. I need that surface scuffed so that the top coat can adhere to it. And you're not taking anything away as far as like the material that you used. Because everything is underneath the nail. Okay, and I know this is cheating, taking them out. But this is more just for like design purposes. And for anybody else that's learning how to do this. Okay. And this one, and again, I'm just going to go back over them with the rubbing alcohol just to remove the dust. I don't want anything inside of my top coat. Okay. And you can use any top coat you want. If you want to go matte, go matte. I think that would be pretty. But I'm going to do all shiny. This is a no white top coat. Well, I'm super happy. The Polygel works just as well as like builder gel or top coat. The snowflakes kind of show through. I wasn't too sure about that. I thought, might as well just take that chance, I guess. I have other snowflakes that are colored, and that might work better. So, okay, there's the top coat. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in for 60 seconds. Oops. All right, I don't think these turned out half bad. I'm happy with them. So yeah, that's the cracked ice effect with Polygel. And if you haven't tried Polygel, McCart's Polygel, it's awesome. And then I think this is gonna be a new base coat that I'm gonna use. This worked really well. And I'm gonna try this on somebody else who actually works with their hands because, well, Jessica doesn't. It's a practice hand. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will be back again shortly with another one. Cheers.